Hey, grade 7, welcome to week 2 of remote learning. I feel like a ninja when I wear my mask outside, but it's the right thing to do. Sometimes I have this one on, which is kind of like a Mortal Kombat mask. Or if I'm feeling more like a doctor, I go for this mask. But for this video, no mask is needed. Congratulations, grade 7, on a fantastic first week. Your teachers reported that you were collaborating excellently, yet you were on task, that you were completing things, and that overall, you guys did a fantastic job, basically doing everything I knew you guys could. For week 2, we hope it continues. If you have any questions, please reach out to your mentor, your class teachers, myself. We're all here to help you. Over the next couple of minutes, I'm going to walk you through this week. We have a fun Dragon's Cup activity. I'm really excited to see the creativity that hopefully will be on display. A couple of top tips from some students and teachers to help you with your remote learning journeys. And hopefully, this will be informative, fun, and will set you up for a successful week. Are you ready? Here we go.
So here we are in week 35, and you have probably seen a lot of these Google Meet kind of screens with everybody in there. Hopefully you've installed the grid, and it's great seeing everybody's faces, and hopefully kind of brings a little bit of connection for everybody. So yeah, you're going to be watching this video, and here is an idea that I did want to kind of show a little bit. Now, I did debate actually trying to do this, but I thought it'd be horrible. So I found another of my fellow Canadians to demonstrate this. This might be a fun Friday kind of activity your mentor class might want to do, is try and copy a TikTok move and record it with everybody kind of going with Google Meet. More about some different options you might be thinking about for a fun Friday, but let your mentor know about what they might be wanting. You guys said that the best bunny was Bugs Bunny. Sure, fair enough. I kind of like the Roger Rabbit. That was one of the first times they got animated and real people movies back in my day. But yeah, Bugs, classic. You really can't be beating that. Eddie, congratulations. You did pick the mountain that was in the background. It was Everest. So good job there. And of course, here we go. So you're going to be have to logging in to the OLP every morning to do attendance. So your mentor will have a question up that you have to reply to, and that's how we're figuring out if you are around. So please do be logging in the morning and responding to your mentor question. This week, Tuesday, we're going to be starting up a Dragon Cup competition. Well, more on that in a little bit later, and finishing that off probably on Thursday. And then on Friday, hopefully, have some kind of fun Friday stuff going on. Big birthdays to Clara and Archit. Congratulations for aging. Well done. Dragon's Cup, we're resetting. And again, the first challenge is going to be this week. So let's see how this kind of goes for the next 4 weeks. And here's the important part. So for every morning, again, making sure that you're logging in for our attendance. And the last thing is, remember that school goes from 8 to 3. So at 3 o'clock, we are asking you to close your laptops. Make sure you're getting your exercise in, standing up, stretching. We've heard some feedback that it's a long day to be on the computer, looking at things and responding to things, and it's easy to be sitting there and just not realizing how many hours have gone by without you getting up and moving. So please, after 3 o'clock, we want you getting up, maybe maybe break out a deck of cards and play some card games, work on some probability for math class, and just get out, exercise, and that kind of stuff. Wednesdays, some students have some questions about Wednesdays. Basically, they operate asynchronously. Am I saying that right? I don't know. But basically, that word, it just means that you can do it at any time. So you don't have to be doing, let's say, English at English time. You could do humanities, go crazy. As long as you're getting your work done between 8 and 3, that's fine. So there are some teachers, though, that are going to perhaps ask you to be logging in and doing things on Wednesdays. And if your teacher has asked you, then you have to go along with that. But if your teacher has not specifically told you to be doing something at a certain time, you can just go about Wednesdays and get your work done. Now that goes for those single period 45-minute blocks. If you have on Wednesday a full block class, like say one of your kind of rotation classes, then you do need to be synchronous with that timing. Does that make sense? If you have questions about that, just go back and re-listen to what I just said, or ask your mentor, and they'll be able to answer any kind of questions that you do have. Um, Throughout, though, your class time, though, your teacher will be available online to answer any kind of questions. So please do reach out to your teachers if you don't know exactly what you need to be doing on Wednesday. But the OLP should have everything that you need. Your attendance question, hopefully you might be, after watching this video, you might be answering. What was the highlight of your weekend? These are things that I always call popsicles in my family. We always ask, kind of, what's your popsicle? What was the best thing that happened? So hopefully you had some good stuff happen on the weekend. You can share some highlights of your weekend. We do need to go over some rules. So I want to remind you that you do need to be dressing appropriately when you're in Google Meets. You don't need to be in school uniform. Uh, but you do need to be basically not wearing your pajamas, okay? And also make sure it's in an appropriate place. So, like my example here is, you can't be like in your pajamas on your bed in a Google Meet. That's not appropriate, and you don't want to kind of make an awkward situation potentially occur. So, please be mindful of your surroundings when you are in your Google Meet. So, if you have any kind of questions about is this okay, feel free to ask us and we'll be happy to give some input on that. The last thing, we've seen some potatoes flying around. You know who you are. And we're asking you to please turn off the extensions that turn your image into things. Okay. Yeah, for sure. I saw a couple and it made me laugh the first time. And that's about it. So let's have those turned off. It's like walking into a classroom with an inappropriate hoodie on. Okay, so let's try and make sure that we are kind of being appropriate for all those kinds of things. Some different tips that came up. Ms. McKetty wanted me to pass these on. We notice a lot of browsers sometimes have like about 30 or 40 tabs open. Just have the tabs open that you need for that class. And at the end of the day, make sure you kind of close everything down. The last thing we noticed is some kids were saying that, and teachers, that their Google Meet was crashing with Chrome. And it's really important to go and just clear your browser cache. And if you want some instructions on how to go and clear your cache, that doesn't mean like opening your wallet and dumping it out. That was a bad joke. But if you want to learn how to clear your browser cache, CACHE, there's some instructions right there you can click on and be understanding how that kind of works. And that'll make sure everything runs better and doesn't cause any kind of issues. These are the two extensions that most people have installed right now. Grid, which allows you to see all your classmates, and also Nod, which will allow you to kind of raise your hand so your teacher will know if you have something to say. So if you can install those two extensions, that would be fantastic. That would make things work a little bit better in classrooms. Yeah, a little video when you have the chance to talk about social distancing. It's really quite interesting to see the impact that social distancing does have. So this is a challenging time for everybody. We understand that for sure. So I thought maybe a little visual might be a nice kind of interesting thing to kind of see of the good that everybody is kind of doing right now and playing our part in this battle. Something that is coming up currently is your yearbook page. That is going to be due on May 1st. Your mentor will be reaching out to you and talking to you about this, and maybe somebody in your mentor class can take the lead on setting up your mentor yearbook pages. And more details will be coming about that, so start thinking about this, of course. The art team in the middle school has a link here that you can see some amazing art resources and different ideas and activities to be doing if you're trying to fill your time. And then, hey, boom, we're on to Tuesday. So you can take a look at the rest of this presentation online on the OP at your leisure. But have a great week, everybody. And if you have any questions, please, please, please don't hesitate to ask. All right. Have a great day, everybody.